Okay, so recently I was asked this question and I thought it would be fun to share and also ask you to share your three quotes you live by and why. So first up for me is a quote from a Japanese poet. Now I am not going to do him the disservice of mispronouncing his name. So if you put the quote into Google, it will find him for you. And the quote is, "Follow not in the footsteps of the masters, seek what they sought." Now, this quote was absolutely mind blowing for me when I stumbled across it because I was really in the throes of learning, of being inspired by so many mentors and learning as much as I could from them about the business side of coaching and how to be successful. So I was meticulously watching what people were doing, and then I was trying to emulate that and recreate that as if it was going to be successful for me. And I was constantly being demoralized when it didn't work. And then when I read this quote, it all fell into place and it made sense for me. I was following in the footsteps of the masters. I was doing what they were doing. What I wasn't paying attention to was why they were doing what they were doing. So this really cracked that light open for me. I needed to get really, really clear on why I was doing what I was doing. What were the masters seeking? They were seeking impact. They were seeking to be of service. They were seeking to be successful on their terms, whatever that meant for them. And when I started to look at what I was doing from that perspective and through that lens, everything became easier. So yes, I could take the nuts and bolts of what my teachers were teaching, but when I applied them through my lens, it really helps me stay in my own lane and not look too much on either side and see what other people are doing, because I am seeking my truth and doing my business my way, because that's the only way that I can be successful. So follow not in the footsteps of the masters, seek what they sought. The second quote that I live by is a Brené Brown quote. So that's Brené Brown is an inspiration to many people who work in the same field as I do. And the quote that really keeps me going is, "If you're not in the arena also getting your ass kicked, then I am not interested in your feedback." And it's a very common Brené Brown quote, but it really helps me to stay in my lane, stay true to what I am doing and the reasons that I'm doing it, and not be distracted by the geese flying overhead. I don't know if you can hear them, but not be distracted by other people's opinions of me and my work, unless they're in there doing their work as well. So if you're not in the arena, also getting your ass kicked, I'm not interested in your feedback. That one really keeps me on an even keel, and again, just keeps me in my own lane. And the last quote, it's not so much a quote as something that I just have always said to myself as I've been building my business. And it's simply, just keep going. And that's a piece of advice that I've given myself that has paid dividends year after year after year after year. Sometimes it can be so easy to give up. You know, when you have an unexpected email from someone and they're unhappy with something, or when an opportunity doesn't pan out the way that you thought it would, or something happens that just makes you want to retreat and think, is it all worth it? That mantra of just keep going has served me so well over the past 13 years, and probably much more, probably a lot longer than that. So there they are, my three quotes on how that I live by and why. Follow not in the footsteps of the masters, seek what they sought. If you're not in the arena also getting your ass kicked, then I'm not interested in your feedback, and just keep going. I'd love to hear what yours are. Pop them in the comments below. I've been Lorraine Hamilton, and I will see you soon.